Hi guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. Vapianos has gone into administration or something? Is it closed down? What? That's what you would be thinking if you didn't know how to make a banging pasta. Like, I'm not a chef or anything, but somehow or another I mixed up a few recipes here whilst on accommodation during university, living out or something. Found out how to put together a semi-decent pasta. When I say semi-decent, it's the best pasta I've ever had in my life, and I'm just going to reiterate, man is not a chef. Man's not a chef. I'm an amateur, a beginner, everything like that. But if you follow these steps here, it's a bit boring, yeah, if you don't want to have pasta. But if you follow these steps, you're going to have the most banging pasta you've ever had in your life. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm making this. And the other reason is that because I've made this pasta for quite a few people and they have requested that I share the recipe with them many times. So I thought, okay, I've shared the recipe, I've made a list for that. But now I can actually make a video so they can visualize it and then learn it. And if you fall into that category of someone who wants to eat and taste and make a banging pasta, I don't know who you're going to impress, but you're going to definitely impress someone with it. So here we have a fillet of salmon, chopped tomatoes, cherry tomatoes chopped in half, sliced and chopped mushrooms. We got some onions sliced and diced, garlic here. Then we got like some fridge pasta. Ideally it would be linguine, but Tagliatelle does it anyway. We got some baby spinach here. We're not going to use the whole packet, probably about a quarter of the packet. We got some single cream for that taste of the sauce. We've got grated cheese. I use cheddar, but you can use other cheeses. And then we just got a bit of spices here. We've got some thyme, ground nutmeg, we've got some black pepper, and then we've got some salt for taste, and then some green pesto to add a bit more flavour to it. So now we've got the ingredients, we should get to cooking, so yeah. And in addition to that, we got some vegetable oil, some olive oil, and some soy sauce for marination and cooking. One of the key pieces of equipment and dishes that you need for cooking a good pasta is good pots and pans. So I really recommend this pan that I've got. It's basically one of the non-stick type woks, and it just gives you a lot of freedom and it gives you a lot of vision of what you're cooking. Non-stick is key because then it just makes sure that none of your food really burns. So we want to start off with by actually first marinating the salmon. So first just douse it with soy sauce. After doing that, overload it with salt, not too much, you don't want to get too sick, and some black pepper. Looks like a lot at the moment, then we want to mix it in. Ideally you want to mix it with your hands, but for the sake of brevity, I'm just going to mix it with a spoon. So it should be looking something like that, and this is your marinated salmon. Next things next, what you want to do is start to boil your water for your pasta, and as you do that, add some salt. They say it should be as salty as the sea. Who knows what that actually means, but just chuck a bit of salt in, not too much because you don't want to get high blood pressure and all that stuff. Then a little bit of oil, also not too much because you don't want to get high cholesterol. So after doing that, just leave that to boil for a bit. Once it's boiled, we'll be adding the pasta. Next thing we want to do is heat up a wee bit of olive oil. So I just use this random brand. Just heat it up a little bit. And what we're going to do with this white olive oil is just a bit more bougie. I have no idea white olive oil instead of vegetable oil. I'm not a chef. But yeah, we got that going there. Then, after doing that, what we want to do is add in our diced onions and garlic. Let's just chuck that all in. What is actually a really cool tool, which I find for making any dishes, like pasta dishes, is one of these spatula type things. Just gets everything there and in the pan. After doing that, what we want to just ensure is that turning up all of the onions, all of the garlic, and just ensuring that it cooks well. Once it goes a bit see-through or whatnot, then we'll know it's time to move on and add the dish. So once you're happy that the onions have, and the onions and garlic have reached its optimal point, you can start adding the salmon. And just ensure that it doesn't cook too much, You don't want it burning, but you just want it slightly pinker. I know it might be a bit hard to tell how pink it actually is because of all of the soy sauce distorting the colour. But all you just want to do is just keep that stirring round and round. And then whilst doing this, you can add some thyme. Just a dash. I'm sure that keeps going. Then once you reach this stage, what you want to do next is grab some of your leaves, spinach leaves, just chuck it in. Around half of them, I'd say. And give it a good stir. And there's two options. You can either add your mushrooms now, or you can add it once you've already put the single cream in. So for today, I'm going to add it slightly later. Once you're happy with this, grab your pesto and sauce away. 1.5 like slash 2 would be great. And then give that a good mix. Mix it like what? Mix it like who? Mix it like what? Mix it like who? Mix it like Ike. Turn up. Something. Turn up. Yeah. So as you can see, it's starting to look like, bro, I don't even know what it's starting to look like. Is this supposed to look like this? I have no idea. So obviously, I've said the disclaimer, I'm not a chef, but I was hungry one time, I wanted Vapianos, but they closed down, or something like that. Well, the rumour was they closed down. So I decided to learn how to make their dish, but in a way which is more attractive to myself. I think that this pasta is the most banging pasta I've ever had. I know it's a bit biased, and I'm a complete amateur, which I admit, but it's actually banging. At this point, just add your single cream. If it's not enough, you might have to add another container, and that's exactly what I'm going to grab now. What I tend to do is just get enough, so I probably only need to add half a container of the second one. Once you did this, you can start to add some nutmeg. Just make sure it's the open side, just a dash, or 2 or 3 of ground nutmeg. Then, obviously, now what you're going to do is give it a good stir. At this stage, what I would say is, because the pasta takes around 3 minutes, just chuck your pasta into the boiling water, and then put a lid on it. Because I'm quite cheap, I'm going to use the same ladle slash spatula for both of them. It works a treat, but yeah. Once we've started stirring a bit, the next thing you want to do is add your cheese. Cheese is never a bad thing. So here's the grated cheese, just chuck it in. What you can do is add some hard cheese, but cheddar is good enough for making a banging pasta. You want to just make sure that your heat's on high, so that all of the ingredients are coming together nice and well. And then at this stage, you start to add your mushrooms and your tomatoes. So here's the mushrooms and tomatoes. Usually you can add mushrooms in first, but I'm just going to add them both in together. Once your pasta's boiled, what you're going to do is just empty out a lot of the water, the pasta water that it's boiling in, but keep a little bit, and I'll show you why. Emptied most of our pasta water. What we're going to do is we're going to just drip, pour a lot of it there, along with all the pasta. Fudge. And at this stage, we just want to give it. Okay, I did not just spill there. I'm not an amateur. Just want to mix it in together. I know it does seem a bit dilute, but the idea of putting in this pasta water, the broth or whatever you want to call it, is just to ensure that the pasta sticks to the sauce. Or so that's what some people claim. And when we get to this stage, because we've done everything we need to do, we can add the rest of the spinach in. Alternatively, you can save a leaf or something, put it to the side, and use it to garnish your meal. And like for plating, but plating is a big thing, but the taste of the food is a bigger thing. What taste does spinach give to the food? Who knows? God only knows. So ensure that everything's getting mixed in. It looks very dilute at the moment, and it is very dilute because of the water. But what's going to actually happen is we're going to boil most of the water off. So at this stage, just keep mixing it. Just keep mixing it. Just until the water's off. So basically, when I was emptying the water, I just threw it all on the floor. Burnt myself, probably burnt my headphones or whatever, mic. Probably burnt the floor. Defo burnt all the cockroaches that are inevitably hiding around in this hospital accommodation kitchen. If you want to see how that kitchen actually looks like, you can check my previous video looking at NHS, or doctors in the UK pay $700 for this, whatever it is, the title. Get from the bottom just to ensure we're not burning anything. I know what I'm doing now can trigger loads of people using a metal spatula on a non-stick spoon. So as you can see, there's loads of steam coming off, and that just means that our pasta broth water thing is going, and this just means that our pasta is becoming creamier and creamier, and because of the starch, the flavours are sticking, or the sauce is really sticking to our pasta. It does seem like an awful lot. So just to mention, this is actually only half of the pasta packet, because I'm only cooking it for myself at the moment, and I don't like meal prepping for many days because fresh food, although more effort and work, it just tastes better. I'm putting it in the fridge, it's not going to be the same. So as you can see, we've wrapped up a bit of dishes, and what I like to do now at this stage is just to basically wash up the dishes now, so that when I'm eating, I can just enjoy eating and not worry about the dishes, because I'm just going to do that now. About 5 minutes, what we can say is that we can see that there is a reduction in the amount of fluids. Just keep stirring so that we don't burn it, and at this point, what we want to do is put it to a really low heat, just so it can come together really nicely. So as you can see, we've got a real sauce going on here. You can do a taste, make sure your hands are clean. That's good pasta sauce. And I'm sure the pasta will be even better with the sauce on it. After about a further 5 minutes of cooking, we can see that the sauce has become more of a sauce. It's quite thick. We don't want it too thick, so let's just take it there. So that's about 5 minutes first on full heat, and then another 5 on low heat. And then what we can do is start to dish out our pasta. The pasta, what you want to do is just grab some more cheese. So I've got this cheddar cheese, doesn't matter what brand it is, and just grate some on top. Just to get that nice melted cheese. I know there's enough cheese in the sauce, but this is just a bit of decoration, a lot of the time mainly. One of the things I've learned is, if you've got good equipment in the kitchen, it makes your life a lot easier. But is the good equipment worth it? Probably not, unless you're going to be cooking regularly. If you cook one meal and you're like a one-trick pony, then leave it. After doing that, you can garnish with some leaves just to make it look semi-presentable, because we're not into presentation in that, because this isn't a plating video. After you've dished out for yourself, this pot is really important. What you want to do is, with the rest, just grab a container and chuck it in there. So I'm not a pro with containers, so I'm probably going to mess. Don't fudge! That's the filthy thing. Just remember, this is going to be a beautiful pasta. Well, it's already a beautiful pasta. You can see that. What you want to do with this overflow, either have it the next day or give it to your favourite consultant and allow them to taste your food. This is going to go one of two ways. You can absolutely take them out of the game if you're cooking. Did not follow my instructions to the T, but if that happens, just know I won't be nowhere to be found. And with this, it's not saucy enough, you can add some more sauce. However, it's probably better to add the sauce to this, although it might just be a bit overkill. Sorry for those who hate this idea of metal on non-stick pan. And there you have it. Tagliatelle salmon! Now it's time to dig in to the best pasta we're going to ever have in our lives. And this is no lie, I actually love this pasta. Good! Nice pasta indeed. This pasta, my mouth was watering no longer. My soul, my heart was in the sky. I was in utopia. Reached nirvana.
Bellissimo! This is beautiful pasta!